help me in welcoming to the stage Patricia E. Kelly.
Every time I see my children, I want to thank the National Cowgirl Hall of Fame for this tremendous honor. You know, when you do the work, you just tuck your chin in and roll up your sleeves and just do the work, and you don't think anybody's paying attention, and you don't really care if anybody's paying attention because you got work to do, you know. They told me I had 3 minutes, but I'm Baptist. That might mean 3.5, 4. Back in about 1954, we bought a house in a neighborhood that was all white, and there was a Jewish grocer that lived next door, and some of the neighbors were not very happy about us being there, and they were a little vocal about it, and he called me to him one day. It was a raggedy fence that separated our properties, and I walked over to him and he said, "Little girl, do you like the horse?" And he was standing next to this huge horse, and I nodded yes, and he said, "Come." And I crawled through this raggedy fence, and he handed me a brush, and he absolutely rewrote my life with that brush, and I became the odd kid out. And as time goes on, the horse died, Mr. Fisher died, graduated from high school, went to the Marine Corps, came back, you know, do the thing, get married, get divorced, raise your kids, and the horse just kept coming at me. So we started the Ebony Horsewomen, which were for African American women who were doing the same thing, raising kids, trying not to have a nervous breakdown, working 5 jobs. And we were in this housing project, riding in this housing project, and I'm looking around. It was the height of the heroin epidemic in Hartford. And I'm watching these kids and the needles in the grass, and I'm crying. These kids rode up and said, "Lady, can I pet your horse?" And I dismounted off of this Palomino half Arabian who was crazy. And I let the kids pet the horse, and I'm looking at all these needles, and I've started crying, and I'm asking God, what can I do? And he said, "What's in your hand?" And I was holding my reins to my horse. And that was what I had to do. What was saving the women was now going to save the children. 31 years later, we've got children who could have been dead in the ground, who are in college because of a horse. I thank you for the honor. I'm a guide. It's the horse that did it. But I appreciate your recognition, and thank you so much.